Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's Jodi K. Moose Morning Show, 94.5 The Moose. In my home office today, but want to uh, acknowledge our sister stations who are on with us today: WSTW AM and FM, Kiss 107. That's WTLZ and 106.3 The Core for having us on all of Alpha Media and Saginaw. Now, listen, I know it's 10:31 in the morning, but I'm already thinking about lunch. And we're going to have somebody on here in a few seconds talking about the things, places you can go to eat. And one of my favorite restaurants just happens to be on this list. And you're probably going to figure it out real quickly that what it is. But let's introduce Brandon. He is the VP of Downtown Restaurant Investments. I just met Brandon backstage about 10 minutes ago, and we've already bonded. So,
Hi, Jodi.
You're making me hungry. You're making me hungry.
Yeah.
There are so many things going on. Can I just say, I know that molasses is on your list in Midland. And that is my absolute favorite restaurant and my man's favorite restaurant. And we had restaurant week was last week when we had all the deals going down on Rocket Grab and everything. Yep. And I know my man grabbed, at least one, just to save some money. But and those in restaurant week sold out. It was so successful. I had listeners messaging me in my inbox saying, I can't get in. I'm trying to get these tickets to, I think one lady was Old City Hall in Bay City. And then the next one was the Drift. So let's talk about your businesses. There's so many. Let's just go through the list. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, Downtown Restaurant Investments is the management branch that manages Drift, Old City Hall, Tavern 101, Molasses in Midland, like you said, and then also the Lucky Bunny Bar here in Bay City.
Right.
Yep.
So Drift. Let's talk about that because
Sure.
I'm familiar with Drift. It's had several names over the decades that I've lived here in Bay City. In the Bay City area. And that is probably one of the premier spots as far as, hanging out on a patio. That's one of the best patios that I've seen in my tenure here in the area. And so Drift, tell me a little bit about Drift.
Yeah, so Drift is basically a food truck park on the water right here in downtown Bay City. And honestly, it's the most fun property to manage for me, right?
Right.
It's just such a blast with the boats coming up and docking, coming up and buying cases of beer and cool, fun cocktails. And then, you have an assortment of food trucks in the parking lot. The place is just so much fun in the sun. You have live entertainment. We have a stage out on the side with cornhole boards and ladder ball and all the cool yard games, darts inside. It's just a whole thing.
There's
it's a blast.
There's the atmosphere there in outside it still has the different levels, right, of the atmosphere is just amazing. Now tell everybody where it's located in case they're not familiar with it.
Sure. So it's 1019 North Water Street, which is right next to St. Lawrence Brothers Candy Shop.
I was gonna say that.
It's like the landmark right there is that
right.
Yeah, we're right next door, so we share a parking lot with them.
Yeah.
And a lot of cool things happen in there. Our grand opening party is this weekend, actually. So, starts Friday, ends Saturday, and then we're open full swing for the season, Tuesday through Sunday.
What's going to happen for the grand opening party for the weekend?
Yep. So we're going to have drink specials. We're going to have live entertainment each day, 1 to 2 acts per day, depending on what day it is. Yep. Acoustic stuff, live band stuff, DJs at night. And we're also working on, it's going to be awesome. And we're also working on, this is big news here. We're working on opening up our own food truck there.
Is it going to be called the Drift Food Truck?
Well, I won't give away the name yet, but I'll tell you.
Okay. All right. I thought I was getting an exclusive here. I didn't know.
It's a smash burger concept. And we have 5 or 6 just absolutely awesome smash burgers that we're doing, a couple of grab and go items, and then some sweet desserts. it's going to be so good. I finished up the menu last night and I was sending it to my family. I'm like, you guys got to see this.
You don't get desserts at a
awesome.
food truck, like a whole thing with dessert.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. And I think I'm glad that we're talking today that because Drift, whatever names it's been in the past, have had served food on the property. But what a great concept. People they love food trucks.
Yeah.
And what a great concept to bring those in and do that. I mean, and then just, take advantage of the atmosphere. That's incredible.
Yep.
That's incredible. So the grand opening is this weekend. And then what hours will you be open?
We'll be open 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. So pretty much all day, all night. Yep.
Tuesday through.
Well, that's going to be the weekend. And then weekday hours are going to be 4 p.m. to 11. Yep.
Okay. I was like,
sorry.
We're going to go to 2 a.m.
Oh, no, not on a Wednesday. No.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of things happening downtown. Now let's talk about my old stomping grounds. And we want to be people's new stomping grounds is Old City Hall. First of all, where's it located?
So Old City Hall is right on Saginaw Street, 814 Saginaw Street in the heart of downtown Bay City. It's literally right in the center, smack dab center of downtown.
Right.
Yep. And
I can tell you're there right now.
I am.
Yeah, because of the brick.
The brick giveaway. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So when I used to go there, this is decades ago, like I said,
Sure.
They had the best fried calamari. I remember that. Do you still have that?
We do. Yeah, we do.
Really?
Yep. So the calamari is still the same.
Wow.
Yep, it's still the same. There's a couple things on our menu that just we won't touch because they're just too popular and too good.
Right. Yeah, that was one.
Yeah, calamari, chicken nachos, that kind of stuff.
Nachos.
Yeah.
You're making me hungry. All right.
Yep. So we are doing a refresh and launching a new menu within the next 4 weeks or so. And we went to a food show down in Detroit yesterday. Actually, took the whole team down and got some inspiration and ideas and had a blast.
I can imagine the ideas that come through. You're like, we could do this. And the car ride back home. Yeah.
Oh, it's nuts. Yeah. There's so much. I'm taking notes while I'm driving or having somebody take notes for me. It's great. So we have a lot of good ideas and we're super excited about it.
What else is going on at Old City Hall? Any entertainment, or it's chill like it used to be in the past? It's like a chill place.
It is. It's a casual place. We are going to have an outdoor dining area this year. Anywhere from 6 to 10 tables, right on Saginaw Street. So basically, what we do is we take up a couple of those parking spaces.
Okay.
And build a deck out there, and then
I was like, where are you putting that? All right. Okay.
Yep. So whatever we can fit as far as tables, but we want to have at least the option for folks to dine outside in the summer. So it's going to be really nice. Yeah.
That, there's a lot of things that happened during, the whole COVID thing. And I think one of the silver linings was more dining outside. And now it's become such a great thing. People are like, we really like this. Why didn't we do this sooner?
Yeah.
And so you kind of took that and ran with it. And I think downtown Bay City is going to be hopping. So there's another restaurant in downtown Bay City that I will be frequenting probably every Wednesday for Wednesdays in the park.
Yep.
It's going to be a stop at Tavern 101. I mean, right there on the corner. Where's that located in case no one else knows?
Yep. So that's right on Center Avenue on the corner of Water Street and Center. So it's 101 Center Avenue, actually, and
Tavern 101. Okay.
Yeah. And it's the perfect location. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better location for a restaurant.
Right.
All the events going on and everything happening downtown. It just it feeds everybody right into us, and we just have to make sure that we're providing the best possible experience at all times at that place.
And you really do, because it's a lot of pressure to be that restaurant right at that corner and all the activities going on. What kind of things do you serve over at Tavern 101?
So that's going to be more burgers, flatbreads, pizzas. We are launching some tacos on this next menu too. Yep. Which, I can't wait for that. I know. Yep. We're going to do some wings, stuff like that. Think like a gastropub, 2025 gastropub style
food
menu. And that's Tavern 101.
Right.
Yep.
You mentioned something earlier, and I can't remember what restaurant. Was it Tavern where you said Beer Tower?
Yeah, yes.
Is that
So
Tavern? What is
that's
that?
that's Tavern. So a couple things happened in there this summer, and uh, one we're really excited about is the launch of our beer towers. So a beer tower is basically a big 68-ounce tower of beer, right? Which the guests will be able to pour at their table. So say you got 4 or 5 people that want the same beer kind of thing. We bring this
Mm-hmm.
big old beer tower over with some glasses, and it's just a dispenser of beer at your table.
Beer Tower. Did you
Yeah,
get that at a food show?
I didn't. That was just a random 2 a.m. thought that we had. We're like, you know what? Let's do this. Yeah, which is how all of our best ideas come. It's just laying in bed.
Right.
And,
Right.
holy cow,
Sitting
we need to
around
do.
that fireplace outside of Tavern 101. Is that where that came from? Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yep, pretty much. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah. That's amazing. And anything
Mhm.
else about Tavern that's coming up that we need to know about?
Yeah. So like you said, Wednesdays in the park. I know you guys are doing a lot with that. We love to be
I'm going to
involved
be
in
there
that.
every Wednesday that I could possibly
Yep.
be there.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So we're gonna be doing takeout cocktails and takeout beer and stuff like that for the concerts too, which our license allows us to do that kind of stuff.
I'm going to
So
have the moose truck, Brandon. I can't
yeah.
be drinking.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
All right.
you might have to have somebody else drive it.
Yeah, no, they don't allow that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Yep.
Josh. But I can talk Josh into it. All right, anyway.
Yep. Yep.
So you're gonna like what we have like margaritas or something?
Whatever. Yeah. So basically, anything on our menu is we're allowed to do as a to-go drink. Right. There's a special way we have to serve it and stuff like that to make it legal for us to do
Right.
so. But we're allowed to do that, and that's something that we really want to promote this summer. Is hey, if you're going to the concert, stop by Tavern and grab a drink. Yep.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
Brandon.
Yep. We love it.
You really opened that up. Has it always been like that, or is this the first?
No, well, it's been like that for 2 or 3 years now. It was something that happened actually after COVID. It happened from
Okay.
COVID. It was something that was pushed through. It was a bill that got passed that we had to apply to have that added to our license. But it was one of those things, just like the outdoor dining we talked about, that just lingered
Wow.
through. Yeah.
How's this the first time I've heard about this? Because I've been to several concerts in that park. And I
Yeah.
would have been happy to go. I didn't know that. Dang it.
Yeah.
He's always busy over there, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
And I
packed.
was working, so on
Yeah.
Wednesdays in the park, I'm not officially working, so
Sure.
I mean, a little more time. But I mean, I
Yeah.
can have one margarita. Come on,
There you go. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they're so good over there. I know they're good. So
Yeah. Yep.
all right. So what else downtown? That's all of Bay City. Let's move. Let's hop on over to Midland, my favorite
Sure.
restaurant. Now,
Yep.
how did you go from Bay City to Midland?
Well, that's a good question. And honestly, it's just because a lot of our team is actually from the Midland area.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw a market there. We saw a slot in the market where something needed to be, right? There wasn't much for barbecue. There wasn't much for, our style of service and stuff like that. When I think restaurants in Midland, I think like Maru and Grazie and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Those are high end. Those are high end. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Which I love them, but
Oh,
there was
yeah.
no like awesome smokehouse barbecue.
Mm.
And so
Until
we saw,
molasses.
and there we go. Right. There's the birth of molasses, 2019, 2018.
Right. I always
Um,
get the same thing, Brandon. I always get
Yeah.
the macaroni and cheese with the burnt ends, I think it is.
Yeah.
And my man gets the ribs and he never shares. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same
someday I'll
way.
try some. But something about in molasses has a great atmosphere too, in the little back room that they have back
Yep.
there. Molasses just has a great atmosphere, and I said this backstage as well. Your staff over there is,
Mhm.
they're outstanding.
Yeah.
And another thing, they have a lot of entertainment going on in Midland as well.
Yes.
Is it that right in front of Molasses where they've cut that off, the roads off so far?
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
So basically what we do is we build an outdoor bar.
Mhm.
And then all the folks at the live entertainment outside, the concert or what have you, they can grab a drink right from our outdoor bar. Or they can go in if they want as well. But we like
Right.
to give that option to to people if they're just walking by, grab a drink, and then they're in that commons area. So it's, they can basically do whatever they want there. It's
Right.
crazy.
The commons, and we found it out by accident. I think it was last year or the year before. I don't remember, but we wanted to go to our favorite restaurants, Molasses. So we're like, oh, well, we can't park down there. So we walked, but we didn't care because it was like, what's happening down here? And then the next week we just ended up bringing chairs, and just chilling at commons. And that's like the place to be on the weekends. When does the commons run? They run Fridays and Saturdays. Okay.
Yep. So
and they have yard games. There's kids stuff too. I think the kids are having the times of their lives down there at the
commons. It's amazing.
And it's just something for everyone. So, and then you got Molasses. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, so then you're making the summer in Bay City and then over in Midland just better than it normally is. You have all these restaurants with, what do you call it, the downtown restaurant investments. They just really upped their game and took these already amazing establishments and took them to the next level. And I'm sure there's going to be more when you get all your notes together from your trip downstate yesterday for your food show. Any sneak peeks that we can?
Oh, well, I mean, we tried a couple things that were so good. Like I said, the tacos at Tavern. We're definitely bringing some birria into the mix over at Tavern.
I just had birria for the first time like a couple weeks ago.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, is that the one where you dip it into the
That's the one.
What's up with that? I've never dipped the taco in soup.
I don't ask questions. I just love it.
It was so good though. And,
so good.
And now it's like, where has this been my entire life?
Yep.
So so amazing. So Brandon, so like we said, restaurant week was last week and it's sold out. I mean, everyone is familiar with these, and I'm glad that we get a chance to chat about this because there's people out there that might not know all the stuff that you're telling us about. And we're like, you know what we should do? We should head to downtown Bay City and go to Drift, Lucky Bunny, Old City Hall, Tavern 101, and then maybe next weekend go over and check out Molasses. I find it, because there's people still who haven't even, they're like, what is that? Which we're familiar with because we've been here for a while. But these, you guys really taken to the next level. And I'm really excited about all the things that are happening. That's why I tell you, don't tell me everything because I want to know. I'm going to ask a million questions. And, so that's kind of like, what else do you want to add, Brandon? Anything else?
I mean, we just hope to see everybody this summer. I mean, for the next 3 months, downtown and both Bay City and Midland are just the place to be all around. And we love what we do as far as hospitality and service and food and all that stuff. I mean, and I think that's why our places, kind of stand up top, is because we do it because we love to and not because of any other reason. So we love to see everybody.
We only have at least three, maybe 3 good months. So we want to make the best of them. And it sounds like that's what you guys want to do as well.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for, taking the time to, come in here and, tell us a little bit more because I know that there's some Moose listeners out there from my experience who aren't familiar with some of the things that happen in downtown Bay City, like the Drift. There was a couple of things that I didn't know about that was happening there. And so I'm glad that we got a chance to talk about that. And then, Molasses in Midland, which is my favorite restaurant. Jodi K approved. Yes. Making me hungry, Brandon. Maybe today will be the day people go out and have just test out the food before you come out during the summertime. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So, well, thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you taking the time to come on here and chat with us today. And I know summer's going to be amazing. And you're going to be around this summer. Am I going to see you around when I go to these places?
Oh yeah, I'm all over the place. Yep. So I stick in Bay City a lot. I head out to Midland once in a while, but I rotate through, and you'll definitely see me.
I'll be like, "Where's Brandon at?" All right. All right, Brandon. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
You too. Thanks so much, Jodi.